Question for the live stream audience, is there any attention to an old topic, which is dealing with UTXO commitments?
The simple answer is yes, but not in the way that people have been thinking. It's actually a lot simpler than it needs to be. A lot of the problem in the industry at the moment is people run around trying to overcomplicate things. If anyone actually took the time to read the bloody white paper, it's not that difficult, okay? It wasn't the high-end cryptographic thing that everyone runs around. The difficulty in the Bitcoin white paper and the protocol is it's simple. And there are a lot of things that are simple. I told you about how SPV should work, and I'll be putting out papers on that later this year. The same with UTXO stuff. Some of the other things like actually scaling and getting block propagation are more complex, and other people do that way better than me, but most of this stuff is simple. So yes, we have, but it will be oh fuck and kicking yourself because of it type things when you see it.
Yeah, let's take a last question very in the back.
Yeah, hi. I have a question about Schnorr signatures, because from my perspective, it seems to be an improvement in throughput, which increases like...
How? Okay, so...
No, because if you add inputs, then it's taking up the state of the blockchain, and therefore you can scale it, right? Privacy seems to just be a side effect, because permissionless network people mix anyway, right? So what do you have against Schnorr signatures?
So for the live stream audience, what does Craig have against Schnorr signatures?
Basically, what they're designed to do is like Monero and rings. It's designed to hide. Now, this throughput bit is not correct. It actually slows down throughput. To mix, what you're doing is taking multiple people's transactions, putting them through a mixer, then sending them to the blockchain. Now, that actually loses some of the information needed for legitimate businesses. Now, if you're doing a single transaction where you need to record information, then you don't want to actually find other people to mix your signatures with. That's an unnecessary, convoluted step. So rather than actually doing things that we can do now, and you don't even need Schnorr signatures to do that. You can do a modified gantry process. You can do a number of different threshold techniques. It's doable right now in ECDSA. They don't want to say that because they have this whole changing the protocol bit. But the reality is, you take, say, 5 signatures from 5 different people, and you mash them together in a single transaction. The reality, though, is what you're now doing is creating a joint signature that you have to trust. It comes down to we're safe because we're Monero.
But it helps for merchant. If you have multiple people buying products at the same address, then it helps, reduces the cost of that.
Actually, no, because that's not how stores work. You don't wait for someone to come in and do the next coffee in line, and then the next coffee. And that also messes up things like accounting. So as a store, you don't want to have to start accounting a group, and it breaks some laws. So if you're now doing that, you have to store the data separately to match it up. If you're doing financial transactions, for instance, if you're doing tokens, you have to put all the inputs together and store them on a separate blockchain. So what we need is a blockchain to protect our blockchain, which, what the fuck?
It's getting late, so we'll thank you for your time and attention, and great courtesy in welcoming us to Amsterdam. Thank you.